I was, I remember this vividly. I was watching Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory with Gene Wilder, and I think I was like 6. And just all of a sudden, I just asked my mom, like, where do movies come from? Like, because I just thought they just appeared in our like DVD set. And she told me, well, a bunch of actors get together and a bunch of people get together and they make the movie to like tell the story, and that's how it appears. And I thought, oh, okay, well, I want to be an actor. And she laughed because it just seemed like such a like, you know, bold statement immediately. Yep, I want to be an actor, but I actually really wanted to pursue it. So like in elementary school, I went out on a lot of auditions, and eventually I got into theater and musical theater, and that's kind of like where that like started, like that love of acting.
What was your favorite role that you portrayed?
My favorite role, at South Coast Repertory, if you've heard of it, they did a production of The Wizard of Oz in the summer youth program, and I played the Scarecrow, and it was like one of the few times I did a musical theater performance outside my high school at the time, and I like loved like that environment and how like professional everyone was, and the ability to like, you know, because the Scarecrow is very like, you know, it's a very physical role, so to be able to play that, and like it was like a magical experience, like, you know, but for lack of a better term, it was. So yeah, like I'd say that's my favorite role.
There's a lot of complexity in that character.
Yeah, because, you know, like you might be tempted to like mimic the movie or like, you know, just be floppy, but like it was like really great working with like the director and the choreographer to like add like more dimension to this like character, because their whole arc is about like, you know, like I don't have a brain, and, you know, they want to get a brain because they want to feel like, you know, they want to feel like they can, you know, do all these things that like people with brains can do. They can be, you know, they can be smart, they can contribute, and like I feel like it was like for as simple a story as The Wizard of Oz is, it was really fun to like tap into more like dimensions and like, you know, make the Scarecrow more of a sympathetic character instead of just, you know, oh, a slapstick, and, you know.
Yeah.
So that was like really fun to explore.
So you were able to make him a three-dimensional character versus some kind of caricature.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there an actor or actress that you admire, and why do you admire them?
If I had to choose, I really admire Bryan Cranston because I knew he was in Breaking Bad, and like I liked his performances in that show. But like what really like drew me to him was his portrayals of Lyndon Johnson in All the Way on Broadway, and Howard Beale recently in the Broadway version of Network. Like I feel like, you know, just his versatility with like the stage and the screen, that's just something that I really like look up to, and how he transitions so easily between the like mediums, and like how he's just always in command of his craft and so versatile, and it's just, so I feel like, yeah, and so funny in Malcolm in the Middle, and how he can like play like drama and comedy just like so easily. That's the kind of like actor like I want to be, like, you know.
Do you gravitate more towards comedy or drama, or you care about both?
I love both. I feel like I'm much more adept at like playing drama as opposed to comedy, because like they're both like so complex, obviously, but like comedy, like people think it's, you know, just being funny or making a funny face or doing a funny voice, but like I feel like that it's more challenging, and that like you still have to bring truth to it, and that's something that I want to like work more towards, like, but I feel like I do gravitate more towards like drama, and that I feel more like skilled for that, like, so.
When you get a script, what's the first thing that you do?
The first thing that I do when I get a script is I try to like figure out the physicality of the character, like in their facial expressions and how they hold themselves, because I feel like that that immediately tells you a lot about like the character, and like, you know, I look in the text for like justification for, okay, well, like what would they be doing with their like hands? What would they be doing with their face? Like, I think because that's really how I get inside a character, is like through the physicality. So that's one of the first things I do.
And where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
5 years from now, I hope to be working like somewhat steadily in like television and movies, and maybe voice acting. I'm not like a person who's like after fame or anything. I just want to like be able to work like as much as I can and improve myself as much as I can. So yeah, just getting to a nice like somewhat steady like point would be like really great.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.